especially as a starseed, you have a soul that is so highly developed that the moment you reconnect with that, the moment you live in that alignment with that, ding, your frequency is rising so quick. And everything that's slow and holds you low, not in better or worse, but this low density on earth, right? This needs to be resolved for you to go there. Not like you need, I'm a psychologist, so I used to work with only resolving your issues. I'm a trauma expert, working on your traumas, right? And releasing all that. And only then, only once you have recovered, that was the belief, I don't believe it anymore, but only once you have resolved all that, you can have that better life, or you can connect with your higher self. Sorry to say, that's really bullshit. You can connect any moment with your higher self and live more aligned. Now, does it help to clear your shadows? Absolutely. But do you know how much easier that is if you are in connection with your higher self to then release it? Hi, Alice Roorda here, Spiritual Psychologist. This video is about aligning with your higher self. What is it about? What is it? And how do you know if you live aligned with your higher self or not? Let's dive into that. I work very intuitive, so we just see where this video is going to bring us today. So living in alignment doesn't solve to get your partner back that you lost, or doesn't solve to get the job back that you lost, or doesn't solve that your roof is leaking. It might make you deal with it differently, that for sure. And from the moment that you are in that alignment, you're creating your reality, which you do all the time. It's going to look very different. Very, very different. Imagine that you create your life from a place of love and acceptance of who you are and where you are in your life and what has happened so far. Acceptance for anything that happened in your life and anything that happens in someone else's life, because it happened. Compassion for yourself and for others, and for how far you brought it to where you are right now. This amazing human being that you are right now. And it might not always feel like that. We want to talk about alignments and perhaps even work a bit with that. Oh, alignment. I look at the clock, it's 1:11 here. So I have a beautiful time. That is alignment, right? If you live in alignment, a lot of synchronicities. For me, that is a message from my spirit team that says, we got you, you're here with you, and you are on track. You are walking your path. You're walking on purpose. You're doing your purpose. You are in alignment. But it could be many other synchronicities, right? So how do you know that you're in alignment? Well, one thing that you know you're not is because there's crisis in your life. There's difficulties in your life. There is disaster in your life. There's drama. There is unfulfillment even. I mean, that's a simple word. You're not fulfilled where you are right now. Things are not going smoothly. Things are not going the way you believe they should be. And I work with starseeds, a lot of starseeds, and many people have the feeling, I'm here for something more. And yes, you are. You are here for something more. And if you're not living in doing the something more, then you're missing something. Then you're missing out on something, but you're missing something. So living in that alignment, and for me, the alignment is really embodying your soul, embodying your higher self, as if, I always imagine it, and it's not correct, but I like the visual because it's easier for me. I always imagine I'm myself, I'm Alice, I'm this human being, this amazing human being, right? As you all are. This amazing human being, Alice, that has a higher self, and I always imagine it as something outside of myself, my soul, my higher self, who has so many different experiences and lives, right? You can call them reincarnations as well. And the more and more I align, the more and more I connect with that part of myself, that purest of the purest me, the more I connect with that, the more I align with that, the more it's coming in, the more I embody that, the more I am living that soul, that soul's life, right? You can even call it, I'm living heart-based, or you're living soul-based. For me, it means I have embodied and integrated that soul, that higher self of mine. So I can live from there, which is an absolute loving state of being. Now, am I the whole day like, hallelujah? No. Every time I do something that is beyond my comfort zone, and that is very often because I love to go outside of my comfort zone, because that's where I grow and develop. And I love that. I'm confronted again with a bit of limitations, or things there that still want to be resolved, or insecurities. And yes, that's all still there. Now, the beauty of it, if you live more in alignment, that you can look at that from a place of compassion and love, and see that insecurities, sometimes you're really entangled with it, right? And feel, I am that insecure being. And then you realize, oh no, I wasn't. Oh no, I wasn't. I am that higher self. I am that, that beautiful being that can look at that human experience that I'm doing there, is happening there, and not be so entangled with it. And that's when I'm more in that alignment, right? I'm stepping back from that. I'm living more in alignment. So my bold statement of last week's video, that if you're living in crisis, you're not aligned. And I believe it is really essential to live in alignment. Because when you live in alignment, as I just described, you're in such a higher frequency, you're in such a state of more love and more ease. And with that, it's very contagious, your surrounding. Right? You have a ripple effect. You share that with the world. And especially, and that's why I love so much to work with starseeds. Especially as a starseed, you have a soul that is so highly developed that the moment you reconnect with that, the moment you live in that alignment with that, ding, your frequency is rising so quick. And everything that's slow and holds you low, not in better or worse, but this low density on earth, right? This needs to be resolved for you to go there. Not like you need, I'm a psychologist, so I used to work with only resolving your issues. I'm a trauma expert, working on your traumas, right? And releasing all that. And only then, only once you have recovered, that was the belief, I don't believe it anymore, but only once you have resolved all that, you can have that better life, or you can connect with your higher self. Sorry to say, that's really bullshit. You can connect any moment with your higher self and live more aligned. Now, does it help to clear your shadows? Absolutely. But do you know how much easier that is if you are in connection with your higher self, to then release it from a place of you loving yourself and being acceptance of yourself, at least to a certain extent, because there is a bit of that darkness still there. There is a bit, let's give it a name, there is a bit of that what you're still suppressing, that pain and that disbelief, or that limited belief, right, about who you truly are. That is still a bit there. So the more you connect and you are more in that state of love, the easier it is, I'm looking there from this perspective, the easier it is to resolve that. Trust me, if you're depressed and not feeling well and you try to resolve here, it's a long freaking process, right? And yes, you want to resolve it. Yes, you want to have all of you, I'm taking this part, also to come with you and to evaporate from that love. Now, it doesn't just, with love, look at it. It's good to transform it, or to show it the light and your acceptance and love. I mean, there's a process, but it's a very easy process, I'm telling you. What I love to do right now, I feel is an impulse. I would like you to just have you feel a glimpse, and maybe if you not feel it, it is okay. Just the desire. Come with me with this one for a moment. How would it be if you would be connected with your higher self? How would it be if you would be just, you don't have to come up with it, just feel into it. How would it be? So don't work, just energetically sit back and relax while I speak and see what comes up, and you observe more than you come up with things. Just see how it works for you. Just go along, right? How would it be you living in that alignment? You coming from a place of love and not fear. You coming from a place of abundance and not limitations. What I want to ask you right now is close your eyes. And I want you to imagine as if you have that life while I speak. Again, don't think, don't work, sit back, relax, and receive whatever comes in your vision or imagination, right? So close your eyes kindly and let me lead you to a little journey, very small. Because then I would like to clear some of the resistance to that away from you. So we're going to use some quantum healing there. All right, so you close your eyes, right? You're there living in a place, living in a reality, in your current life, but in a different state of being. And that state of being is you being aligned with your higher self. Just imagine you're there right now. You living that life. And just observe how that looks. And you might not see anything. Just follow my words. Doesn't matter. Everything is fine. I just want your subconscious to hear the energy that we are connecting to. So make it just kind of a desire. Perhaps you can set an intention that, yes, I desire a life aligned with my higher self. Put that as an intention, right? Right now, I desire to live aligned with my higher self. How would it be? That's the second one. Just as a statement, I want to say to yourself or out loud, how would it be to live in alignment with my higher self? To live in a life of alignment. How would it be to live in alignment? Let me describe it to you, just very general. That would be a life out of love. You feeling so much more love. You feeling love, being love. When you wake up, feeling that, there's another day that I have to experience, that I can experience here on this earth plane. What a blissful thing to do. Living another life, another day in this life. Feeling that joy of exploring and experiencing. And that feeling of surrendering, that you don't need to know everything. It is known for you. You are guided. When you're connected and live in alignment, there's such a flow, there's such an easiness. Things just come to you. You don't have to work hard for things. It is easy. It is joyful. And everything that is not easy and joyful is what you nicely put aside and you take a different direction. You only take those directions and steps and things that you do that feel aligned, that feel easy, that feel is the right thing to do in that moment in time. That feels like, yeah, this is what feels my inner knowing. That feels like my intuition is guiding me there. Not from a space of your mind, that your ego that wants to have, okay, I'm putting it very black and white, that wants to have a big house, a car, a good job. And it's not about that, but it's about abundance. It's about having enough of the things that you need, of being abundant in love, in health, in wealth, in everything. Having that life that feels absolutely fulfilled. And most important, you knowing, because you live in that alignment, you knowing what every next step is going to be only once you're ready to take it. So you don't have the whole overview of the rest of your life. You only take step by step, a guided step. And the moment that it doesn't feel right, you know that that is not where you're guided to. Now, sometimes it is a bit scary, and sometimes it is a bit, ooh, am I capable of doing that? That is normal, that's part of it. But you then overcome it because you have so much trust that when you go and take that next step, that everything will work out fine, because you have seen proof of that over and over in your life and in other people's life doing the same. You living in alignment, in that love, in that place where you feel compassion for others. Are you with me here? Are you with me here? All right. I want to do a bit of quantum healing, and for that I like 2 points in time. So this is your desired reality. So I want to ask you to give me the other point in time by just simply you thinking about your current state of being, your current life, just briefly. How is your current life and how you feel in comparison to that aligned life that we just described and fell into? Just feel that difference for a moment. Don't become dramatic. Just as a matter of fact, oh, that feels different. That is different. That is what I have here, and that will not be there. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's all we need. I have these 2 points. So what I'm doing next is I'm connecting to your higher self, or your higher consciousness or super consciousness, and if you give me, Alice Roorda, permission to access that, I can actually do that. And it doesn't matter if you and if you give me, Alice Roorda, permission to access your higher self, then I can do so right now. And I know you watch this in a replay, but it doesn't matter. In that space, in that quantum field, in that unified field, there is no time and space. So it doesn't matter when you watch this. So you give me, Alice Roorda, something like I give Alice Roorda permission to access my higher self. Okay, now let me tune in. It's just a very brief one. There we are. Beautiful. It is an absolute honor to connect with you on that level. So, let's see what we have there. We have the desired reality of living in alignment, and we have the current reality that looks a little different. But that's okay, that's absolutely fine. So I want to work with that in between. What is holding you back to reach that, to get that, to be there in that state of alignment? Now, you might have not worked on that or not tried that. That is okay. Or you might have done it. You're doing it, and there's still things that you feel are not fulfilling. That is also okay. Any state is okay. I'm just going to see what is there commonly in the field, and it's always going to touch upon what is in your way. I'm just going to read the field. Oh. Okay, it's coming in symbolism at this moment. It's a teddy bear. It's like this soft teddy bear. It's like, oh, there's so much softness there. And so what is in the way? So higher self, are we looking at what is in the way? This softness is there. I think you want softness. Okay, so no. This is more protect. This is more like a small child who having that bear to hold on to, that soft bear, that cuddle, right? And holding on to that comfort. What it symbolizes, oh beautiful. What it symbolizes is you holding on to the comfort of the old. And it's my mom was like, oh, it's such a cute bear. But that is your old reality. And it feels so comfortable. It feels so comfortable because you know it, right? I get it. But you wanting to live aligned is you feeling even way more comfortable, I'm telling you. So higher self, what you're showing me is that let go of the old, yeah. Let go of the belief unconscious belief, but it's still there, that holding on to what you know is most important, because that's how you survive in life. So could we work with that? If you, you listener, are okay with letting go of holding on to what you know, if it serves you or not, but holding on to that safety of, at least the way I've lived my life so far is what I know. I want to hold on to that. And not even like, oh, I want to hold on to that, but just more like, this is the only thing I know. How can I let go of it? Well, I promise you that on the other side, but rather in that connection, in that alignment, that is not needed for you to hold on to. There's more lightness there. There's more ease. There's so much love. So are you ready to let go of that? Right? Really make that statement, you listener, make that statement for yourself. I'm calling you listener because I'm also talking with your higher self. All right, so here we go. I'm going to ask your higher self, commanded, to support you with that. So higher self, please release that most likely subconscious belief, that holding on to what is known. So please support that process of each and every individual being listening to this, to ease that process of letting go, of needing to know or wanting to hold on to what you need to know, what you know. All right, so help with letting that go, releasing that grip, ease and loosen that grip of life, loosen that grip on what you know, what you have known so far, because I'm telling you, that is absolutely limited. There's so much more to know. So open yourself to letting yourself know more by not holding on to it, right? It doesn't mean you have to forget your life. No, not at all. Use it as a learning opportunity, all that information you have, but don't hold on to it in a way that you don't allow yourself to see more and let in more. Okay, so I think we got that picture very clear. So higher self, I would really ask you to let that go, loosen that grip, and any emotions that come with it, any unwritten contracts that come with it, any your own contracts, not your life contracts, any unwritten rules for yourself, let's put it like that, any events, original events, now let's take it from there, any limitations that are with that, please release that in the right order, the right way, and do a massive change history, and everything is needed. Thank you. Oof. Okay, that was a lot at once. So let your body just do what it needs to do. It might tremor like mine. You might burp, you might yawn, you might have fallen asleep. So if you feel you want to move your body, just move it so it can release that energy. Just imagine it as this stuck energy in your system. And that is now releasing. The more you can imagine that, the easier that goes. Because it means you are ready with everything in your being to let that go. So let's support that even more. I want you to breathe in and bring in that new reality when you breathe in, and breathe out all of that old reality that's not aligned with that. You living in alignment, right? So breathe in the new and breathe out the old. Take some nice deep breaths while doing that. Just slowly, right? Breathe in the new and breathing out the old. This command that I gave your higher self is already very powerful. And what you do, you increase that even more. You support that even more. There you go. All right. Wow, all dizzy. Is there anything else we need to do today? Yes. As I said, it's going to be short. So I would like to ask your higher selves to really anchor in that desired reality and trust, anchor in with that. So take and treat one thing at a time. Higher self, please anchor in that new desired reality into the subconscious mind, into the body, into the system. It's the new reality, please. So please anchor that in. And do that now. And let me know when you're ready. really, really last thing is tag and treat the following statements. I'm safe with my new desired reality of living in alignment. I trust that I trust living in alignment is really the best for me. I deserve to live in alignment, and I release all fear, guilt, shame, and doubt of living in alignment. Please tag and treat. Thank you. There you go. Okay, that was it for today. Quantum healing wise. All right. Before you come back to this room, I want you to go back to that feeling of living in alignment and see how it feels for you now. Does it feel like that will be a more realistic reality? Does it feel like that is something that you could achieve, that you could live? Does it feel like you already? You bring that into the now. So if it feels as, if you imagine that there is that desired reality, that alignment, that is, could you see that in your space? Maybe it's far away or maybe it's closer. And where is that in your vicinity right now? Keep your eyes closed while you do that. Or if you can do this with your eyes open, that's fine as well. And I want you to imagine that you bring that closer and closer to you until that is surrounding you. So bring that to you, get that closer, that you are sitting in that energy of it. All right? And really feel into that. This is given to you. This is your reality. This is actually your reality. Always. It is that you cover that up with your reality, with your ego, with the matrix. That alignment is what you truly are. It is always there, has been there, will always be there. All you do is reconnect with it. And there's way, way, way more ways to do that. I devoted my life to that in my work. So come and connect with me on my website. You will see in a moment if you want to know more about that. What I want to ask you now is to open your eyes and come back in the room. And if this was something you liked, then give it a thumbs up. Perhaps subscribe. Or watch any of the other videos. I absolutely loved connecting with you. You might feel a bit dizzy in days. Make sure you ground yourself, walk around, look around, have a wider view. Count some things that are orange in your room, just to anchor yourself back in, right? Drink plenty of water today. You made a bit of a shift here. And let me know how this feels for you, how this was for you. Would love to hear it. Love to connect with you in that way. It was an honor connecting with you on the higher plane. Beautiful to feel you. Much love, and I hope to meet again. Bye-bye.